Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in Rust talking about that Rust console edition for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, next generations and everything in between. And today we're going over Jade's Skin Picks, as we do have, we're a little late on this one, but we do have new skins that came out with the oil rig, which I thought were pretty jammy. If you haven't already seen those. It's going to be a little different today. We typically have this done up in like a set and stuff, but we're going to go over the different skin store items here and what I think are good picks for this round if you're into it. Because I know some people don't always want to buy them all, and they're like, hey, which ones do you think are good? So maybe we can give you some insight on that. Okay, first things first, we have the Rustabout Scout. Just so you know, this bundle does cost, let me make sure I get the collection here. It does cost $980 if you do decide to get all of them. I will go ahead individually here and read off the price. We have $250 for the pistol. We have $200 for the trousers. We have another $200 RC for the burlap shirts. $250 for the pickaxe. $250 again for the hatchet, and $250 for the rock. Okay, so out of this collection, I'm a big fan because during this whole set here, there are no deployables here. So these are purely clothing and weapons and tools. I really, really like Yoka skins. That's just me. I'm a big fan of having burlap and shirt skins as well, just because early game it can kind of help you out. And let's be honest, if you get beat down and you're recovering from a raid, having ways to identify yourself like this aren't too bad, and I think they're pretty stylish. And don't let the orange shirt scare you. At least it doesn't for me. If you've got like a group of people and once you've blown your element of surprise, the shirts aren't necessarily a bad thing at all. So keep that in mind. I would highly recommend, let's say, the pistol and the rock. I'm a fan of rocks because that's the one you spawn with all the time when you get started on any server, and this looks like an oil slick. I think that's pretty, well, I guess would this be punny? Slick! Alright, so, and you know, like, for me, if you're just going to pick two out of here, I really like the rock, and I'm a fan of the Yoka pistol because those are early game, but if you're looking for something more, I don't know, burlap and shirts, I would say the trousers and the shirt are definitely a good pick. But if you're in the market for it, the 980 is not bad for this because once you pick 3 items, they're pretty decent. I think the pickaxe looks sharp, and so does the hatchet. So I've tried to narrow this down, but I'm like, I kind of like everything out of this mix. But for me, I'm going to say rock and the Yoka pistol if I really had to whittle it down to 2. So okay, on to the next one. Well, let's take a look at this one right here. Oh yeah. Come on, dude. You can blast a dude with this and take his entire kit if you catch him off guard. That's hot. All right. Let's go on to the next piece here. We have the Rustabout Veteran set. Let me go ahead and read these off, make sure I get these right. The whole kit, or the whole set, is 1,810 RC. I don't know if I read off the price for the last one, but this one's really sharp. Again, high visibility. So if you're not into that, maybe this isn't the set for you. Again, having high visibility when you've got other big groups working together is a good thing. And there are some cool things with the face mask, but we'll go over it. Okay, assault rifle is 500 RC. The rocket launcher is also 500 RC. The metal face mask is 400 RC. And the metal chest plate is 400 RC. The pants 380 RC, and the hoodie is 400 RC. Now, if you're gonna pick, this is a tough one, right? Because okay, so if you're into like the weapons and stuff, we don't have too many rocket launcher blueprints, what am I saying? Skins. So I think the rocket launcher tube is real sharp. I'm a fan. Again, it's got the oil slick on there. It's got the high visibility. I think it looks really good. Come on, let's be honest. When you have this kind of cheese rolling in with something like this, is pretty fresh. So that one's what, 500 RC? I think the assault rifle is also very, very sharp with the same setup here. I know these previews don't necessarily do it the best justice, but I think this one's pretty jammy if you're into the assault rifle kit. And I would say out of the set here, excuse me, for the 1810 RC, I'd say these are probably the best if you're into weapons. I'm a big fan of different metal chest plates and face masks and even more rare skins. For me, again, I would buy the whole thing. Clearly, I already did because it says owned, but I think the metal face mask is interesting here. But just keep this in mind that sometimes you use masks to hide your identity, and this will not. So if someone kind of knows your character model a little bit by the face, this could give it away. Just a thought, you know, maybe it's not a big deal in people's mind, but we deal with a lot of stream snipers and stuff, so for us, it's kind of a big deal. So keep that in mind too. But this is nice. You got like a nice little strap top there, and this is, again, high visibility. And let's be honest. If you're rolling up like this, you're pretty you're big Ding it pretty bad. I like these, but I mean the Jade Dragon one was really good. Am I right? So yeah, if we're gonna pick two out of here, I'm gonna say rocket launcher and assault rifle. But I do think this is a nice set altogether, and I think the 1800 isn't too bad for this. Again, if you're picking 3 items out of here, you might as well get the 30% savings. But you know, you don't have to get those. All right, so the next piece here, let me make sure I have my notes correct here, so I'm telling you guys the right set. We have the Mechanic Scout. I think these are really sharp, and we have some other stuff that's we don't necessarily have a lot of skins for. So let me just go ahead and read off the set's price. We have 490 RC for the complete set, again saving 29%. The water pipe shotgun is 125. The revolver is also 125, and so is the semi rifle. And the semi-automatic pistol, burlap trousers is 100 RC, burlap shirt is 95 RC. Again, water pipe shotgun, because it's so early game, I'm a fan. We don't have too many skins for this. I think it looks really sharp. This set is so reasonably priced, and these are things that you almost always use. This is one of the kind of things where I'm like, you know, I would, if you're doing a budget, this one's pretty good for some low-end stuff if you're looking for those type of skins. Nice, because the other one we have for the pistol here, for the revolver, is very bright. So this one's a bit darker, and I think it's a looking styling, dude. I'm a fan. Let's take a look at Mr. Semi Rifle here. So again, I'm going to say water pipe if you're going to whittle these down. Kind of base them off of things that you would typically use. Burlap shirt and burlap trousers, those are darker sets. Wouldn't be bad if you want to buy those individually, right? If you're just looking for something a little more camo-y, because I think the only other set we had before was the ninja outfit. Was that right? So I do want to whittle these down to 2. So I guess it's going to be burlap trousers and burlap t-shirt if you're looking for something a bit more incognito. And if you're looking for weapons, we don't have too many. No, we do have one semi-automatic pistol. I keep wanting to say blueprint skin. And we also have, I think, just one revolver and one water pipe, if I'm not mistaken. So the set isn't bad, reasonably priced. So if you're going to whittle it down to 2 and you want some more camo, some secret ops there at nighttime, I'd say burlap shirt and burlap trousers, definitely good, because you don't need blueprints for those now, do ya? All right, on to the next piece here. The red trim isn't too bad at night, by the way. Okay, so our last set here, we have the Rustabout weapons. This one's real sharp, also the most expensive. Let's go ahead and take a look at the kit. This whole set, if I say kit, you know what I mean, right? This whole set is 2,100 RC. It's expensive, for sure. So let's go ahead and, actually all the prices for these are 500 RC, Rust coins for all of these. These are sharp. I'm a big fan of this one. If you got the cheese, I'd say drop it. The one that stands out the most is the Spaz 12. We have 0 skins for this until now. I think it looks real good. If it's something you think you would pick up quite a bit, I would say go for it. Another compelling reason to maybe get this skin set. Crossbow, again, a big fan because that's just something you use always, always, always. Definitely early game, and you know, sometimes you use it to come up, just like the old, I almost said hot dog pistol. The Yoka pistol, although there is a skin on PC for the hot dog for the Yoka pistol, but that's neither here nor there. This one looks real good. I'm a fan. It's low key enough and it's sharp. I'm a fan. And then we got the Python. Not too many people use the Python. I'm telling you, once we do eventually get the sets for, I'm sorry, not the sets, but we get the, what is it called? Power surge, the electricity, and we are able to replace things in turrets with weapons. The Python is going to be the go-to, although it won't necessarily be something you need to have skins. So I know a lot of people aren't necessarily onto this yet, but you will be eventually because the Python is a straight face melter. MP5, real sharp. I like this one a lot. This one's dope. And anybody who's played long term knows that the MP5 is money. So this one looks real good. The oil slick on top, looking great. The LAR, we also have a nice sharp, same kind of setup here. The oil slick, looking real good. So, and the combat knife, I think we only have one other skin for the combat knife. So we have a lot of compelling reasons to get the whole set, but I understand. If you want to whittle this one down, I would say for rarity, this is tough. For rarity, probably the Spets, just to get one on there, and maybe the MP5. And if you really want to, you can lean into the LR, right? Because this is 2,100 RC, so we'll have 3 picks. We got the LR, I'd say, is really good. The Spets shotgun. and the MP5 just for usability, right? And this one's super rare. This is our first one. So it's so hard because I'm like, well, I guess yeah, those are the picks. But if you really want to do something more functional, I would say crossbow, right? Because it's something you always have. Don't need a blueprint. Combat knife and MP5. So we have 2 variations for the picks. I deviated a little bit. I'm sorry, but you know, it's just this one's so good. There's a reason why it's 2,100 RC for the whole set. So really, you can get 3, and then when you're working on your 4th, you're like, okay, should I maybe buy the whole bundle? We'll see. So there you go. These are Jade's picks. So sorry this was later than it should have been. Haven't been streaming. Should be back on streaming early March. Just got some things going on, so apologies for that. Believe me, I'm foaming at the mouth to jump back in. The boys are cooking up stuff. Any of the members of the Boyfriend Squad are still streaming and stuff. I will definitely still be streaming as soon as I possibly can. Just you know, things happening. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys in the next one. If you found it useful and helpful, be sure to drop a like. It really does help out quite a bit. And we still will have videos come out regardless whether or not we're streaming. I always do, so be on the lookout for that. An excellent reason to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you can both see the videos, guides, tours, our action that happens during gameplay, and also news, right? Because we're going to have a lot of exciting stuff coming up here in March. So fingers crossed. Really looking forward to potentially, you know, maybe some Power Surge in March. We'll have to see. They haven't said, but I'm really excited for it. So anyways, this one's been long enough. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye. Let's go check out the locker, shall we? Look at this. Look at skins.